Good evening. My name is Carlson, and I wanted to make a video today talking about relationships. And I wanted to put an emphasis on how sometimes, when we go about, actually talking to somebody, we put more emphasis on planning, planning things. We plan things inside of our heads about what we want to do with this person. Sometimes when we engage in conversation with certain individuals, we'll plan on doing this and doing that. When in reality, you really shouldn't plan it all because, as we all know, nothing really goes according to plan when dealing with relationships. It kind of go with the flow. Instead of trying to plan for next week, try your best to get through today because that's what really matters. But I wanted to put an emphasis on also how sometimes we put an emphasis on love instead of actually getting to like somebody. Actually liking somebody takes time, true intentions, and a lot of effort. A lot of times people will go about, talking to somebody based off, just the physical attraction. You know, a physical attraction is a very important thing, but at the same time, you can't just base an attraction off of, the physical, you know what I'm saying? The mind is a big part in determining whether or not uh, you will be very compatible with somebody because if you all aren't clicking on a mental level, then you can have all the physical in the world and it's not gonna really just count. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta take time to actually talk to one another, get to know one another, so the minds can click. Because physical without the mental is really just a waste in actuality. Uh, and another thing about that, when two people meet and they jump into something just solely based off of physical attraction, then you don't necessarily have that connection. And by not having that connection, it's like you're in a relationship with an individual and you have no foundation because a relationship is just like a house. You know what I'm saying? Every house has a foundation. But without actually taking the time to get to know somebody, you really don't know what you're getting yourself into. So you date this person thinking that they're one way. In actuality, they're a totally different person that you just didn't take the time to get to know. You see what I'm saying? So when you first meet a person and you think you like them, that's cool. But just take it slow because it's no rush. Because you have to take time to actually like somebody before you can even begin to use the word love in a true sentence. You see what I'm saying? A lot of times we'll jump in relationships not knowing what we're getting ourselves into because we don't take the time to communicate and get to know one another as friends. Because when you start off as friends instead of just jumping into a relationship with a guy or a girl, you actually get a feel for who that person is. You don't want to just bring any random person around your parents, your loved ones, the most important people in your life like your mother or your father or, just anybody for that matter. You don't want to go out in public with a person that you don't know how they're going to react to a certain situation or whatever. You know, you don't want a person that'll get offended if you put something on Facebook or Twitter or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You got to see how people actually react, you know, as a friend before you upgrade them and give that girlfriend or boyfriend type of title. You see what I'm saying? Look, this video kind of short, but let me know what y'all think. This video is talking about how like should be practiced more before we actually use the word love. Let me know what y'all think.